How did the channel go from gaining millions of subscribers to losing almost 100,000 of them in the last 8 months? That's the question I'm going to answer by the end of this video. It's AlexClark. Does that name ring a bell? If it does, you probably remember seeing this guy's big goofy face back in 2017 and 2018. It's AlexClark, or now simply AlexClark, was once one of the most well-known and most recognizable storytime animation creators back in 2017 and 2018. He was one of the undisputed kings of the genre, especially when it came to quality. I remember watching his channel for the first time in October 2017, when the channel was truly in its prime, and I loved it. It was mind-blowing to me at the time how much effort and quality was put into his videos, and he was gaining millions of views and subscribers. But after a long while, it all died down. It's AlexClark is a channel with over 4 million subscribers and 470 million channel views, who has begun to see a huge decline in its monthly view count and subscriber count, popularity within the storytime animation community, and just the broader mainstream YouTube space. His channel nowadays is considered dead by many, and a great fall from the throne he once proudly sat upon. In this video, I want to cover the most untold story of the channel's downfall that I've ever seen, why it happened, what we can all learn from his mistakes, and what the current state is for the man who was once on top of the world. Before the storytime animation community became what it is today, the ItsAlexClark channel was created by a 23-year-old comedian and juggler, Alexander Clark, on December 2nd, 2009, at the bitter end of the 2000s decade. The first video was uploaded a few days later, entitled Peak Frontal Review. Between 2009 and 2012, all of the first 6 videos uploaded to the channel were simply vlogs of Alex's life as an up-and-coming performer. And with this content, the channel hit 1,000 subscribers early on in July of 2010. This type of content focus soon changed when in 2012, Alex discovered a YouTuber by the name of Swoozy. Before the yacht went out, Swoozy and the soon-to-be Dominic's channel were the only two of its kind to make this type of content, and it was loved by a very small community of people at the time, including Alex, as he was inspired to make this type of content as well. On November 1st of 2012, Alex uploaded his very first animation to the channel, entitled How to Meet the Right Girl. The animation wasn't as quality, but it was a great start and pretty funny.
Oh my god, we're all in hands! We're gonna get married and have children and have grandchildren, and then we're gonna go to book club together! Ladies, there is a reason strip clubs don't take reservations. Men don't like commitment. Most men only get married because their mom stopped doing their laundry.
The video got a positive reaction online, and as such, ItsAlexClark continued to make this type of animated content from 2012 to 2013. Most of which gaining hundreds of thousands of views, and sometimes even millions. The thing that really put his channel on the map was when he began to collaborate with the same channels he was inspired by, Dominic and Swoozy, which generated a newfound popularity for his content. But in 2014, Alex began to greatly improve his content, particularly the animation quality skyrocketed similar to what we know it to be nowadays, mostly because Alex would start hiring other animators to help out with his content. The improvement of his content, mixed with the introduction of a lot of the channel's most popular characters, like the evil sister and his father, would definitely pay off, because the channel hit 100,000 subscribers in 2015. But this is where we hit the high point of ItsAlexClark's journey. After pumping out animated content on YouTube for almost 5 years by 2016, ItsAlexClark was understandably pretty burnt out, but he had still been working hard on his content, and by the end of 2016, his channel was at 400,000 subscribers. His most popular videos would be the ones where he would talk about the misadventures of romantic relationships in his life. And this formula seemed to be working pretty well for him at the time. But Alex always had a bigger idea for this concept. Alex always aspired to start a series on his secret relationship with a girl he dated in middle school who was a babysitter. It was a story he really wanted to tell, but he wanted to wait until the time was right. What's also notable was that 2016 was the year when the storytime animation community was truly becoming an overall trend and force on the YouTube platform, thanks to creators like The Odd Ones Out and Genie Animations, and he even collaborated with The Odd Ones Out in one of his most popular videos, Laser Tag.
It was the hunter. It was the hunters.
After 6 years of consistency, perseverance, and hard work, the ItsAlexClark channel hit 1 million subscribers in September 2017. To celebrate, Alex gave his old stick figure designs a cartoonist look Bart Simpson will be proud of. And so, it seemed like it was time enough to start the Babysitter series. So Alex created the first part of the Babysitter relationship series and posted the video on October 4th of 2017. He originally thought nothing of it, thinking it was just going to be another one-off video. But boy, was he wrong. In a time span of just 1 month, the video blew up, getting over 20 million views in just that time frame. The video is now at 35 million views, and it's ItsAlexClark's most popular video on his channel, and taking his channel to an extra 500,000 subscribers in just 3 weeks after the video was uploaded. I myself watched the video during that time, and I really enjoyed it and became a big fan of his channel. And his support from this newfound fandom boosted the channel to over 2 million subscribers in January of 2018. Over the next couple of months, ItsAlexClark continued to pump out more installments of the series, and for the next 3 parts of the series, he would hold on to a large chunk of the first video's original audience, with part 2 through 4 gaining over 10 million views each. Outside of the series, ItsAlexClark's regular videos were doing wonders as well, with each gaining on average 1 to 2 million views. The ItsAlexClark channel was just on a roll at the time. He was gaining fans all over the world.
You know what else blows my mind? Is how many different types of people I reach. It's insane to me that there's adults from Iran, or there's kids from Baltimore. It's crazy to be on YouTube right now and reach that many different type of people.
And the channel's success train continued into 2018, as the channel continued to gain 10 to 8 million views per month, and ended off the year at 20 million channel views in December, and his channel grew to 3 million subscribers that year. Alex was just having the time of his life, and his career was starting to take shape from his channel's success, accomplishing his dreams of doing comedy shows all over the country, being featured with other YouTube creators, and being praised in the mainstream media. He was really on a roll, and throughout this time, I remember frequently watching and enjoying his content. But then, it all stopped. As 2017 through 2018 was when the channel was at the height of popularity, Facebook began shifting, and over the next 3 years, the channel will slowly crash and burn. 2019 was the year when the ItsAlexClark channel would truly start to see a dip in views. The channel went from 14 million channel views in January of that year, all the way down to 3 million views in December. When the bomb of the year that was 2020 rolled around, Alex's monthly view count continued to fluctuate between the 4 to 3 million views range. But by the time of 2021, ItsAlexClark's monthly view count has dropped all the way down to 1 million views per month. A drop of almost 80% from where his monthly views were almost 4 years ago. But his drop in views aren't the worst part of it, it's his subscriber count. The channel's been seeing major subscriber loss, as by 2021, the channel has begun to lose 10,000 subscribers every month. At its height, the channel was at 4,370,000 subscribers. Now the channel has dropped all the way down to 4,290,000, which is a drop of 70,000 subs. And if this unfortunate trend continues each month, it can be even more than that later on. But now that I've explained the rise and turbulent fall from grace, let's talk about why and how it all happened. At the beginning of this video, I asked the question, how did a channel who was gaining so much fall so low? Well, here's my answer. You see, 2019 was the year when a lot of people, including myself, stopped watching the channel, and here's why. The thing that put ItsAlexClark on the map and jumpstarted his YouTube career was the Babysitter series. And at first, back in 2017, I loved it. But as time went on, I started to hate it. By 2019, the series was at part 9. And to me, it just felt like Alex was just milking the series for views. And in the process, he was hurting the quality of the series. I went back and watched the entire series a few weeks ago, and critically, these are my overall thoughts. To me, Alex could have easily cut the fat, told a story, and wrapped the series up at least by part 4. And it would have been more enjoyable, and it would have kept viewers engaged and wanting more content from his channel. Instead, he decided to post more quantity with the series rather than quality. He made the videos runtime 6 minutes or sometimes even lower so we could continue to stretch the series, while also putting in less effort. Overall, part 1 through 4 of the series to me were the best parts. They were funny, interesting, and the view counts backed this up as well. But as time went on, me and a lot of his viewers got tired of the constant cliffhangers that came synonymous with the series. The series began to grow stale, and it just wasn't as funny as it once was. The saving grace of the series was the parts of his grandma, cause they were funny, and it did have an okay conclusion, but it would have felt more rewarding if he had sped things up. The story went so slow. Back in 2019, after part 9, I got bored with the series, so I stopped watching the channel as a whole, and I moved on. There wasn't really anything attractive about his channel anymore, so I started enjoying other channels of greater quality like The Odd Ones Out, and ItsAlexClark kind of just became an afterthought. This is what I think is the case for many of the people who flocked to his channel back in 2017 from the series. They were loving it, but with more supply and quantity in the series and his channel, the demand for his content was low. People got tired of it. They just got burned out from his channel and moved on from his content as a whole. For example, if you look at the Odd Ones Out in his Subway series, you can see that he's able to cover a variety of stories in just one 8-minute video, and it's what makes his videos enjoyable. His stories are nice and to the point, and it's just an entertaining and bingeable series. He also didn't milk his series. When he ran out of ideas by part 3, even though demand was incredibly high, he stopped, and only returned to finalize the series 3 years later. This focus on quality over quantity with the series and his channel is why he's still going today. Now, I'm not saying every channel who has a long series is just milking it for views. I enjoy a lot of long form series content on YouTube as well, and long series still have a great quality engagement to them, even though it is over 20 parts or more than that. The problem with ItsAlexClark is that he didn't try to tell an effective story in a short amount of time. He just stretched it and milked it for everything that it was worth. He found short-term success from this, but in the long term, people got disengaged and moved on to the next big thing. He knew demand was beginning to decline by part 5, when the series received a major drop in views that only continued as the series went on. But Alex kept burning out his audience, and that's why he's doing as poorly as he is today. I mean, when you think about it, the series went on for almost 5 years and 15 videos, including a 1-hour completion. And like I said, the proof in the pudding is the drop in views in the series as it went on, and how people were responding to the series in the comments, and how people just wanted it to be over.
And you want to know what happened with the rest of my babysitter story? Shut up and tell me what happened. I hate you. Not with comments like that. You're mean. So for all the mean people that just want the story to be over, hey, wait a minute. What are you doing? I'll end the story for you right now. Wait. What happened? What? She died.
After the series ended in 2020, that's when his channel got the nail in the coffin. There was nothing else to hold people's attention. He built all the channel's hype around this series and nothing else. And when it was over, his channel plummeted. My point is, unlike the other Storytime channels, ItsAlexClark is a one-hit wonder. Outside of the Babysitter series, he never really had anything else he was renowned for. When you think of the Odd Ones Out, you think of his Subway series, yes, but also the Dark Crystal reboot that sold to him for making it relevant again. His other big hits, and
genetic and we have no cure. At least we are life is fun. It goes downhill.
ItsAlexClark, Babysitter. And that's definitely how he slumped when it came to competition. But in desperate attempts, ItsAlexClark recently started a new series that I want to talk about. For the longest time, Alex never outright acknowledged his channel's decline, even though his most dedicated fans would comment and tweet him about it. A few months ago though, ItsAlexClark announced he was starting a 12-part series of animated shorts all about his YouTube struggles, titled Saving Alex Clark, in the hopes that the series would revive his dead channel. Before I watched the series, I was like, 12 videos, here we go again, more quantity! But then I binged the entire series in one setting, and I loved it. It was funny, it was short, straight, and to the point, and it was bingeable. And to me, it was 5 times more funnier and better than the Babysitter series was. He joked about his view counts.
Isn't it obvious? Alex's dead YouTube channel. Wait, Alex's dead. That's my YouTube channel. That's your idea?
Relevancy.
Your career reminds me of mine. After 60 years of TV, all folks remember me as is the mom from the Brady Bunch. And people remember you as that dude that dated his babysitter.
Overall, just an amazing refresher from his usual content. The sad part is that each one of these videos only has on average about 20,000 views. Something that Clark was pretty surprised by since shorter videos tend to go more viral on the algorithm nowadays.
The views have not been as high as I thought they would. I don't know if that's because I'm not doing it in the shorts format with vertical videos or what it is, but I was expecting views in the 50 to 100,000 range and we're getting like 20 to 50,000. So I'm not really sure why that is, because I'm enjoying the videos, I'm seeing y'all enjoy the videos. So whatever that magic sauce is that we need to make happen, if you got some ideas on that, let me know.
It's just a very sad decline, and I hope the channel gets back on its feet over time. When it comes to what would save his channel, I'd say do more collabs with the big dogs like the odd ones out and Jaden Animations. Make less content so you can focus more on the quality of it. And as I say that, the channel seems to be going in the right direction. Alex recently did a community poll on how many videos should be uploaded to his channel per month, and a high amount said 2, which, if he follows through, would definitely give Alex a chance to spend more time to make greater content, like the Saving Alex Clark series, which, like I said, was a really great quality series. ItsAlexClark used to be one of my favorite channels on YouTube, but the content became too quantity focused and mediocre for me, and I moved on, and so did others. In the process of focusing on quantity rather than quality, Alex killed his channel in the long run, and the channel continues to decline every day. I wouldn't call it a failure though. Alex Clark has accomplished a lot in his life. Judging from the fact that he can poke fun at his failures and mistakes, he's a pretty genuine and positive guy. And for a time, he was once one of the most popular and most well-animated storytime channels on this website. And for that, I do have some respect. And that is the rise and fall of ItsAlexClark. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, I really appreciate it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you Rama Llamas in the next video.